Hi, Alex here. I want to talk to you about recruitment and something that I call Mind the Gap, GAP, the acronym. And most people, in my view, do the logical but wrong thing in recruitment. They good for good, solid salespeople with all the opening and closing skills, test how they can close and objection handle and so forth, which is all good, but it's not the priority. And I say that because there's other things that are far, far more important to building a team and getting long-term success into your company. Sales skills can be trained. The things I'm talking about pretty much can't. They've got to be there from the start. You try to change them, and I've seen sales managers try to, but it just doesn't happen because they're pretty rigid things. Okay, so the GAP, the first one of those, the G stands for goals. You've got to recruit people who have got goals. It shocks me how many people on our interview assessment days that I say, "What are your goals?" and they pause. They're not like first and foremost what they really want in their head. Absolutely unbelievable. Now, to test somebody goals, ask them, and if they pause, they probably haven't got any clear goals, and they're probably trying to work out what the right answer is and what you're wanting to hear there. You can observe them on an interview process day as well, which is why we don't believe in just straightforward interviews. They can make anything up, but you observe how they behave and see the real person. So much better way of doing it. But quite often people in their goals really put something that what I call the Christmas card list. It's the Dear Santa, I would like for Christmas and that type of thing. Not something passionate, determined, obsessive that they've just got to have whatever the cost, whatever they got to do it. So mind the gap. First one is goals, good rock solid goals, something that drives them. Yeah. And if they haven't got it, I wouldn't take them on board. Now the A stands for attitude. Attitude, you can try and change it, you can try and train it, you can try and lead it somewhere, and people have succeeded, but it's uphill task. So it's so much easier to get the attitude right. An attitude of self-discipline, like getting in for 9 o'clock or whatever time you start, isn't a problem for them. If they're working remotely, it's certainly got to have self-discipline. Absolutely a must. They've got a first in, last out attitude, often say so. That's what really successful people tend to do. And they'll take the job. You don't want people who are going to think about it, get back to you. You want really decisive people. The decisive people make good salespeople. People with focus. Very difficult to change all of these things. So you need good goals, good attitude. And P, absolutely essential, the final one, is personality. You can't train a personality. It's there. It came from their upbringing. It's who they are. It's their DNA. People buy into personality. In fact, if you've got someone with a great personality, they needn't have much sales skills because people will buy from them because they know them, they like them, they trust them real fast. They have a natural sales ability, a natural ability to get on with people. They have a sense of humour. Doesn't matter what it is, but a good sense of humour. They make people laugh. It's pleasant to talk to them. That's it. They have a sense of adventure. They're fun to be with. They probably travelled a lot. Questions I like is tell me something adventurous or wild you've done, and you find out what somebody's really made of in there. So mind the gap. Goals, attitude, personality, long before sales skills, which you can train. That's what's important. Mind the gap.